Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today we have a very nice game from Mr. Michael Tal, the Magician of Riga. But this time, instead of looking for him as a tactician, a sacrifice magician, whatever, I found a nice game for him. He playing in games, and I was really interested to see how Michael Tal perform as an in game. Is he good? He's not, like, what he's doing, and I was actually surprised. Like, Tal is not really that easy, not even an end game. And today we have a very tough game for him playing against Tijan Petrosian, which is a very, very good player in games and king of defense. You see the game right away: e4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, bishop b4. Then we know a variation: e5, c5, a3, take and take. French defense, we know a variation: double pawns for white in an exchange for the pair of bishops. Knight e7, queen g4, attacking the pawn on g7. Knight f5 by Petrosian, protecting the pawn on g7. Bishop d3, h5, queen h3, and c takes d4 by Petrosian. Tal, of course, he could play here c takes d4, but there's a nice move here for black. Sorry, queen h4. And if you take here, black can take here, actually. So it's like, So black, Tal played knight f3, knight c6, and Tal, instead of just take on d4, very easy, very simple, he decided to play more aggressive. He played g4, knight f7, gh5, and the idea behind this play by Michael Tal, he want to open the g5 for the rook, queen c7, double attack on the pawn by the queen and the knight. In my opinion, a queen a5 is even better to put more pressure on this diagonal. But Petrosian played queen c7, which is more defensive skill, more defensively played. Bishop f4, knight g6, attacking the bishop on f4. And if you take the knight, I will take your queen. So don't even touch the knight. Queen g4, Michael Tal, take and take. And Petrosian here played dc3. So far so good. Like, Petrosian doing a good job with the defense, but Tal is looking for an attack. So he played queen g5, protecting the pawn on h5, attacking the pawn on g7, queen e7, take, queen f8, queen g5, and here Petrosian played the queen h6. Now there's something here to be mentioned, actually. Instead of queen f8 by Petrosian, he should actually play simply rook h5 and put the pressure on the pawn on e5. For some reason he didn't do it. Queen f8, queen h5, queen h6, rook g1, take and take, and Petrosian thought that this pawn on h5 could be taken any time. The pawn is under pressure, but that wasn't actually the case. Bishop d7, keep developing your pieces. King e2, king e7, king e3, and we have a very nice endgame in front of us. Black has 6 pawns, also white has 6 pawns. 2 rooks for each guy, 2 knights, 2 bishops, completely equal material. And Petrosian played rook af8, rook ag1, bishop e8, and I think f6 is better, actually. Could do a better job, actually, for black. But Petrosian played bishop e8, and for that Tal played knight d4 right away. And I was actually surprised, like, how Tal actually play in games. He knows exactly what he's doing. And f5 from Petrosian, not really the best move. f6 is better still. Putting pressure on the pawn on e5. Oh, sorry, let me just put this in another color. And the rook on g5. But I'm forcing white to do something, like, so white maybe has to take here on f6, or maybe give a check. Because there's a rook at the attack, and that's the difference. But he played f5, and against f5, Tal just take on the c6, bishop c6, and played king d4. So Tal, by exchanging the knights, actually is putting his king in the center. And Petrosian here should play bishop e8 and put the pressure on the pawn on h5, and not to worry too much about this guy over here. But he played f4. Petrosian thought that the king cannot come back to e3, but this is not actually not true. So Tal simply check on g7, rook f7, then rook g8, and this is the moment where Petrosian actually made he knew that his plan didn't work, because if he now take the pawn on h5, bishop g6 is a hit for the two rooks, and I think that's what he missed. So he took on g8, and now he played rook f8 because his rook on f7 doesn't go here. Let me just put this in another color, because the bishop will take it. So he played rook f8, they can take, and now h6 by Michael Tal, stopping the king from coming to g7. b6, king c3, king g8, bishop g6, a5, king d4, king f8, c3, king g8. Bitogen has no plans whatsoever. He doesn't know what to do. And Tal, in this position, he has to find a way to break down black defense, and he found it. He played h7 check, king g7 by Bitogen. Now he played bishop f7, sacrificing the bishop. Of course, you can't take the bishop because there's a queen will come up. So he played Bitogen played bishop d7, bishop g8, bishop c8, and we have to find a way for the king to go from here. Like the king cannot go to e4, to c5, to c4, to c5, to e4, to e3, and he played simply king d3. At king d3, bishop d7, king e2, king h8, king f3, and white actually leaving the queen side and allowing those pawns to move forward. Okay, b5 played by Bitogen. I think Bitogen thought white cannot go to the king side with his king, but he missed something. So king f4, d4 by Bitogen, take on d4, b4 by Bitogen, take, and then a4. And Bitogen telling white, I am gonna make a queen in a3 moves, and your bishop actually on g8 is stuck here. He can't go to anywhere. And Tas told him, no, I still have something to do here. So d5, a3, d take on e6, a2, take the bishop, a queen, and a queen. But now we have 5 pawns extra plus a bishop for white. This is a huge advantage. Queen c1 check by Bitogen, king f5, queen b1 check, king e6, a queen g6 check. And if you try to cover that with a check, black will take you, and then there's a stalemate. So Tal played king d7, and now Bitogen had to resign. He has no moves whatsoever. Actually, he can't do nothing. Simply, if you go, let's say, if you want to do another check, Tal will play just simply bishop f7 check with a queen. You will take the pawn. We have a check here, and if you cover it, you are losing a lot. There's a huge material advantage for white. A very nice game by Tal in the end game. Super nice technique. I really loved it. If you guys like the video, like and share, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Bye bye.